Hello and welcome to Half Grown with Benita D. I'm your host, Benita de Guadalupe, and today I'm here with my dear friend, Destiny Raynn.
Hi.
So this is Destiny, and today we are talking about a topic that is very close to our hearts because it's something we've both struggled with so much, and that is our body image. Today we are talking about body image and self-esteem. So
it's really cool because we're two different sides of the spectrum on that. From like we have Nita that's from underweight going to normal weight, and then me who's from overweight going to normal weight.
Yes. So we have both gone through a weight journey. I gained like 40 pounds, and then you lost a lot of weight.
A lot of weight. I don't remember exactly how much.
So she lost a lot of weight, I gained a lot of weight, and now we are both like doing a lot better with our weight and our body image in general, and we're going to talk about that and how we got to where we're at now and what we still need to work on and what what our goals are. So starting off, how old were you when you first became aware of or started struggling with your body image?
I've thought about the answer to this question a lot, and I don't really know fully. Like, I look back at pictures and stuff, and I realized that I wasn't overweight for as long of time that I think I was. I realized I look back to only like 4 or 5, 6 years ago, and I was actually an okay weight. Like, I was about where I'm at now. About that time ago. But then I realized that like my freshman year and sophomore year of high school, I felt very big. I felt like I took up a lot of space. That's when I realized that the amount of space that I took up was more than what it seemed like other people took up. So.
Yeah. I don't get it personally, but I get that.
Right.
You know? I want to say I started struggling with my body image when I was 12. That's when I realized that, it's when my mom started, poking fun at me and calling me bigger than my sisters and stuff. So then I started trying to get smaller then, which is crazy because I went on this whole weight gain journey, but way back then I was trying to get smaller. And then after that, for years I was just struggling with my eating disorder and stuff, and then I started to gain the weight and recover from my eating disorder. But I started struggling definitely when I was 12, for sure. And that's when I became aware of everything. And I was just like, I don't like my body. I don't like looking in the mirror.
Right.
That's when I started feeling uncomfortable.
I think that for a while I've had, like, I would tell my mom, oh, no, not these pants, like, these don't look right, because, like, I have parts of my body that are bigger than it seems like they're supposed to be, and I feel like it's like, oh, it's so wrong, and it's like, it's not wrong, it's just there.
Yeah, honestly, and it's just so sad to think that we were kids thinking all this about our bodies and being so insecure. That. We should have been playing outside,
Playing in the mud and
literally
getting dirty.
What does accepting yourself actually mean to you?
I feel like accepting myself means being able to look in the mirror and being proud, being like, look at me. Like, I'm like able to take a picture and send it to a friend with happiness. Like, I'm able to have happiness whenever I look at my pictures, instead of dread of this is bad or this is this, like just having negative feelings about pictures or myself in the mirror, like just getting glimpses. I want to be able to walk past myself and look over and be like, oh, hi, you're pretty.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I think that accepting myself means.
That's what it is. Like, looking in the mirror and liking what you see.
Yeah.
Liking what you see.
And I'm getting there. I'm pretty much there now.
I feel like I'm there. I look in the mirror.
I waver.
Yeah, I go back and forth every once in a while. I feel like now I'm more confident with my body than I've ever been, though.
Me too.
And I think I still have a little ways to go, but I'm definitely like more confident than I have ever been in my life. Growing up, what messages did you hear about bodies, beauty, or worth?
My mom was an idol to me growing up, like body-wise. My mom was skinny. She was a stripper whenever I was a really young kid, and so like sexually she was the like ideal body type, you know.
Yeah,
in
so
my
you
head.
see this like image of this is what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be sexy. I'm supposed to be skinny. I'm supposed to be, you know. You grow up seeing that from your mom. I totally get that.
And it was really hard seeing that, because like even now my mom's 40 years old and I'm 19 and she has a body to die for, and I'm like I'm fighting for my body, but then I realized that she's had similar fights, that she's 40 and she has such a great body because she went through these fights, because she fought and she fought and she fought, and she had 5 kids. And she has the body that she has, which is insane, because she has the body of a 20-year-old that hasn't had any kids. Like, I'm not even kidding you. She has a crazy body, but she fights for it. She works out a lot. I realized that my mom does a lot for her body, and I wasn't doing a lot whenever I was comparing myself like that.
Yeah, so you were comparing yourself, but then you weren't taking the action to kind of meet up and be at that. But also, you were a kid.
I was a kid, and I shouldn't have been comparing myself like that.
You shouldn't be comparing yourself to your mom in general. Like, I compared myself to my mom, too. I don't think comparing yourself to your mom is really a good thing, because, I mean, yes, she did give birth to you, and yes, you, like, sometimes you would, like, some kids look a lot like their parents, and some don't. But you gotta see that, like, maybe you don't look exactly like her, but you gotta see that you have beauty within, you know, how you look.
I think it was really crazy.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's really crazy because she's so pretty to me. She's so like beautiful to me, and I feel like I don't look a lot like her, you know. I feel like I look at pictures now and I'm like, I don't see the similarities except for colors. Like, I have her brown eyes, I have her brown hair. That's all I see, the similarities, you know. And it's hard sometimes to see that.
Yeah. So my next question was, who was the first person you remember comparing yourself to? And I'm assuming it was your mom, right?
Yeah, it was my mom.
And I feel like I compared myself to my mom and my sisters a lot growing up, because they're all smaller than me, and then I would just feel weird about that, and then my mom would always make fun of me for it too and point it out, you know. So then I was just, that was pretty much it.
Right. I feel like, thinking about that a little bit, I had a stepsister, and I loved her. I still love her a lot. But I think that because she was a teenager while I was young, like 8, 9, she was like 16, you know, 15, 16, whenever I was like 8 and 9, you know. And I think that I remember comparing myself a lot to her around like my 7th or 8th birthday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not cool like her. I think that was a big thing, was because she was cool and had all of these friends and stuff. I didn't think I was cool like her.
So did you feel like body-wise you wanted to look like her?
I feel like I thought that was a lot of it. I'm like, oh, I'm just an awkward kid. Like, I have such an awkward kid body and stuff, and I just wish that my body was more mature, and that's where the similarities between my mom and my sister, I was like, I wish I was sexier. And I think
that is something we definitely need to talk about this episode, is the fact that not only did we grow up, you know, seeing all these images online of like all these beautiful women and stuff, but also in our own homes we see like our beautiful parents, our beautiful moms or whatever, and there's also this pressure that we face from a young age to be sexy.
Yes.
To be sexy. Even as kids, we pick up on that. Even as kids, like, we pick up on that feeling of, we need to be sexy. So, I remember being 12 years old and wanting to be sexy. And I remember being younger than that and wanting to be sexy, wanting to be seen as sexy at such a young age, and that's not good, guys. That's not good.
It isn't.
These
like,
are children nowadays are feeling this way. We're picking up on
crop tops on 12-year-old girls.
We're picking up
earrings.
or they're picking up on all of this all the online messages saying that we need to be sexy, all the over sexualization of everything, and it's in every TV show, it's in everything, you know. And like, I'm not a prude, okay? I enjoy dressing the way I dress. I'm in a crop top right now. Okay, it doesn't look super cropped, but it is. Like, I'm not a prude. I dress how I want to, and a lot of it is in like crop tops and stuff like that. But I still believe that there's a time and a place, and I think that people are really making everything just too much pressure, too sexual, too much pressure to be sexy all the time. You know?
There's too much of like a almost pornographic, like I feel like just scrolling through Instagram, you see dances of girls in bikinis and stuff, and like they have like these nice bodies and stuff, like perfectly flat stomachs, waist, huge butts, like
tiny waist, big boobs, everything, and they're all beautiful, and it's all you see online. And they're all dressed scandalously, and it's all that constantly, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
The amount of that, like how much of that is edited.
And so much of it is edited, so much of it is not real, so it's, and even if it's not edited, it's angles, angles.
Yes, they'll admit it too. Like, people will be like, oh, good angle versus bad angle, or edited versus unedited, and that's crazy to me, because like, it is crazy how much of it is unedited.
Yeah, it's honestly, like, it's frustrating to see that all the time, and to know that kids are seeing this, and they're getting that, like, feeling of, I need to be sexy, I need to look like her, I need to be like this, otherwise I'm not going to be loved, or I'm not going to be cared about, or I'm not as cool as them, or I'm not as good as them, or I'm just ugly, or anything like that, you know? It's so sad.
It is really sad to see kids having this type of image too.
Yes. But moving on, how has social media influenced the way you see your body? We are just going like perfectly in order in these questions without me even having to ask them. I guess we'll move on to the next question. Have you ever felt like your worth or value was tied to how you looked?
I mean, yeah, I think the whole sexy, that ties back to the whole sexy thing for me, is that I felt like how sexy I was, like, determined if I would get a good person, like a good person for my life. And I feel like my value was very much tied to who I was going to be able to marry, who would be able to carry me in my life. My mom always told me how to be a good wife, how to be not how to like necessarily be a good woman, how to be a good wife. But a good wife does this for her husband, a good wife does this for her husband. And I feel like now that I'm reading the Bible, I do like that a lot. But I mean, growing up with that, instead of like, I wish I grew up with more how this is how to be a good woman. This is how to be a good woman.
Yeah, like, instead of everything revolves around husband. If somebody wants you, if somebody's gonna want to marry you, if someone's gonna, like, there's so much. I could go so deep into this because it's something I've always cared about. But like, I'm tired of this feeling that we have where everyone thinks that you're only having a good life if you, as a woman, if you go and you get married and you have kids. And that's the only way you're, like, successful in life. And I feel like there's so many ways for women to be successful nowadays, and I don't think it has to be with a husband. I want to get married and have kids.
Me too. I want to get married and have
But guess
kids.
what? Just because I want that doesn't mean everybody else wants it. And that's okay. And I think more people need to know that and realize that, you know? But also, for that question, I feel like I've always felt like if I'm not pretty, no one's going to want to talk to me. No one's going to want to, like, be my friend. No one's going to want to, like, because it sucks, but, like, it feels like being pretty, making yourself look good, is the first step to making friends, because if you look bad, then they're not going to want to talk to you, and then you're not approachable. Like, you got to look nice to be able to make them even want to talk to you, to get to know you and find out what your personality is, you know? And that's just how it is, and it sucks.
People told me that I used to be intimidating to approach. Like, people would be scared to approach me and stuff. And I wonder if it was because I was bigger or because I was not as conventionally attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a lot of it is because I'm bigger. I have a lot of, like, meat on me and stuff, like, on my face and everything. And I feel like it's definitely made me not as conventionally attractive, not as Los Angeles pretty.
Yeah.
Like, and I wish I was, you know, and, like, you know what, maybe one day I will be. Whoa, imagine.
I just, like...
I think that would take a lot of work, and I think that I should be comfortable with where I'm at, and I think that once I become comfortable with where I'm at, then at that point will I be able to grow as a person.
Yeah.
And grow myself.
Absolutely. And another thing, like, conventionally attractive and that LA pretty, another thing is I never felt like I could be that LA pretty because all of them are white.
Really?
Yes, and I always felt like not a... like.
How did the blow up of Zendaya make you feel?
Okay, Zendaya. I love her.
I know.
I love her. But, like, when I think of conventionally attractive, I see a white girl. Okay?
I see a white blonde girl.
A white blonde girl. Like, that's the conventional... That's the image of conventionally attractive.
Skinny girl with curves. Like,
and it sucks. And what I'm learning is that we don't have to go with the conventionally attractive. Let's just do what we want. Because, like, I'm realizing there's so much stuff. Like I like alt makeup a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's, like, they're doing makeup that's messy or whatever and making it a style. And I think that's awesome because that's not conventionally attractive at all, but it looks good. It looks cool. Like, what? It's not conventionally attractive, but it's awesome. And I'm just realizing conventionally attractive, like... those girls are pretty, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not putting any girls down. I'm just saying they're pretty, but also every other kind of girl is pretty too. You know?
Right, it has so much beauty in it as well.
And my next question is, did you have any healthy examples of self-love or body acceptance when you were younger?
I honestly feel like... my mom, I feel like looking back, like, now, I feel like she loved herself. In a lot, like, I feel like in a lot of ways, like, I don't want to get, like, into, like, the mental part of it, but, like, physically, she loved her body a lot of ways. And she knew that she was a strong woman, and she used that, and that was a lot of her personality. Mm-hmm. And I mean, my mother was a lot of who I thrived to be as, like, I wanted to carry myself the way that she carried herself. Because she carried herself as a strong woman. My mother has always been a strong woman.
So she's like your role model?
Kind of, in a way, yeah. Like, I mean, strength-wise, the way that she carries herself. I've always been like, I really want to carry myself the way that my mom carries herself. She's very strong.
I genuinely don't think I had any good examples of, like, self-love growing up. My mom was the opposite. Like, she had tests for us to see if we were skinny or not, or measurements with tape measures to see if we were skinnier than her. You know, like, it was all the opposite. That's why everything, like, was about your body growing up. Like, for me, everything, you know, I would be wearing a shorter shirt and then lean up and, like, reach something, my stomach would show, and she'd be like, oh, you look bloated today. Like, it was just all the time something about my body.
I didn't get a lot about my body, but for me, clothes was very big. My mom was a craftswoman, so she liked to do clothes, and she wanted to do children's clothes. And so it was always me trying on these clothes, but I was bigger than the normal kid. Not only am I just broader and wider than normal people, I'm also taller than the average female. I'm 5'7" or 8", which isn't even that tall. Like, that's seriously not that tall.
No, it's really not. That's how tall women are.
There's women that are 6 foot, 6'5", you know? Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying that I'm the tallest woman, but I am pretty tall compared to a lot of my friends, and compared to a lot of women my age, you know? And that's something that, like, growing up, I've always been tall and wide and big. So I've always just taken up a lot of space, taken up a lot of fabric, and it's always been very hard, like, to get by with that, like, to fit in clothes, to be a model for somebody to use clothes on. And, like, my mom always told me, you could be a model when you grow up because you're tall enough. I hated that, But now I'm like, I could be a model now, guys. I'm tall enough.
Literally, like, why not try? There's so many, like, have you seen the models? I just want to say something. Have you seen, like, have you really looked in the underwear section at Walmart and seen, like, the models there? Because I'm seeing models with tattoos. I'm seeing models with stretch marks. I'm seeing models with, some of them are bigger. Some of them are skinnier. I'm seeing all different types.
Pouch,
I'm seeing, like a little fupa. Little fupa, and it's amazing. I'm loving it. It's good.
Like, especially for, like, because they'll have plus sections, too. They have, like, plus sections. And that's one thing that I want to touch on is the fact that I've never really been plus size. I've never quite been over, like, obese. But I've never been quite skinny to fit, like, normal clothes. So I'm, like, somewhere between a large and a 2XL, but not an XL. I'm in a very awkward in-between of being big and being normal.
See, I was always just a small, like, you know. And then now I'm a medium. And I've stepped up and I've gained that weight. And I'm excited.
I'm a large.
Heck yeah.
I'm large. Like, I fit mediums. I fit medium stuff now too, like large mediums.
That's amazing.
And so, like, yeah, I'm trying to work on my posture and working on my arms.
I'm trying to work on my posture, and sitting like this is killing my back, though.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard because we're sitting on a bed.
Yeah. Okay. So I moved, and now we have a new podcast set up, and right now we're in my room. So I have to figure out how I'm going to set it up for the next few episodes and stuff, because I don't want everybody sitting on my bed. I'm going to have to figure it out, but it's okay. This is just temporary, you guys. But anyways, next question. Do you feel comfortable in your body now? If yes, what shifted? If not, what still feels hard?
I feel like it comes back and forth, but I think that something that I love my body now. I think something that, for me, that did a lot was realizing that this is God's temple. That this, I am borrowing this body right now. And that made me love it more because I love God and I love everything to do with God right now. And I just...
Amen.
I've gotten so strong in my spiritual faith and everything. And I believe that my body is a temple. And so I've started working out. I've started brushing my teeth every morning. Like, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
I'm so freaking proud of you. I really am.
I'm doing good. I feel great. And I mean, I look in the mirror most days and I like myself. I look in the camera most days and I like myself.
See, that's kind of how I am. Like, I'm working out now. And I'm about to be back in physical therapy, which is going to be really good for my body. And my workouts are small because, you know, I am disabled. I can't do a whole bunch, but I can do some. And physical therapy is going to be good. And then I've been trying to just, like, you know, really take my medicine when I'm supposed to so I'm not in pain as much. And just, you know, it's hard for me to love my body sometimes because, you know, bringing in the chronic illness part of it, it's hard for me to love my body because it fails me so often. And I'm in pain so often and stuff. And it's like, it fails me. But then I realize it's not my body failing me. It's my body trying its hardest. And I need to help it along the way and give it a boost and do what I can to help it. Because my body is trying its best. It's not its fault. It's falling apart, you know?
Right.
And then my next question is, do you still wish you could change parts of your body? And how do you talk to yourself when those things come up?
I think that realistically, yes. Like, I think realistically, everybody has things that they want to work on, and I think that that's good. I think that having a realistic goal, being like, I want to do more of these workouts and want to see this certain area tighten out. Like, for me, my upper thighs, like, I feel like I have it's very fatty for me. I want to see it tighten, like the muscles tighten right there, and I've seen it lately. I've done more upper thigh workouts, and I've seen it lately. I've seen that the fat is going down.
See?
And so having realistic goals and being able to see that stuff starting to change with my working with it, and I think that that's a really big thing, is working through it, working through the steps, not expecting it to just happen while sitting there and just downing yourself and putting yourself down like I used to do. I used to just sit there and eat junk food and eat all the time and eat and to comfort myself because I had a bad body. Instead of getting out there and being like, I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to do something productive. Like, because I know what that's like to, because like I found a lot of comfort in food, and that's really dangerous. That is very dangerous, like medically very dangerous.
For sure.
And but then it's also very dangerous to go away from food, because like that's another spectrum. Is I went through an eating disorder to where I didn't eat for days and days and days at a time, and then like, so that's dangerous as well. Then I can't find an in between yet. Even now, like I'm either eating, or I'm not eating.
See, with the eating thing, I usually just have one big meal a day and then a small meal at around 3 o'clock, and then that works. Like a small meal before I go to work, I eat on my work break, and then I'll eat a little snack when I get home from work. But I don't eat until like 3 most days, and that's a problem, and I need to work on it, but... You know, but with the what I would change, I still want to change parts of my body too, but not like magically make it fixed. Mm-hmm. It's not like I want to magically change my nose and get rid of the bump or anything like that anymore. It's more like I want to work out my arms, and I want to have some big arms. I want to be strong. Right now, you know, I don't got much, but
I don't either.
Hey, that's more than it was, though. I'm just saying.
I have a lot of
For those of you that are listening and not watching, I'm sorry, but we are flexing right now, and you're missing out on the most amazing thing ever. Like, us flexing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna love this. I'm sorry, guys. But, next question. Have there been moments when your body felt like an enemy rather than a home? And what helped shift that relationship even a little?
Yes, and my faith in God.
Absolutely.
Like, loving God and learning God, it helped me so much.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
I've had those moments where my body felt like an enemy, and like I said, when I was mad at it for falling apart, but like I said, I realized it's not my body's fault. It's not my body's fault. It's doing its best.
Hardest.
Yes, it's trying its hardest. It's doing its best. We gotta help our bodies along. And even if you don't have a chronic illness, your body's still doing its best.
You gotta meet it halfway.
And you have to meet it halfway. You gotta help it along and do the steps to make your body feel better.
Work it out.
And then,
do certain things. Get up out of bed. That's a big thing.
Yes, you cannot just bed rot.
Advice is get out of bed, even if it's just getting up, spending some time, walking around the house, sitting in the living room, doing something outside of your bedroom. It's so good for your mental and physical health. To just get up and walk around.
But get out of bed, guys.
Get out of bed, walk around, do some small exercises. Even if you want to do bed yoga, like,
dude, you could literally,
yoga is good.
Or like, sit-ups, just sit-ups.
Yoga, sit-ups, like just doing some good exercises, stretching,
and it's
so good.
Don't
for your
be
body.
Exercising because you want to change your body so much.
Do it
because you want to appreciate your body. You want to feel good. You want to love yourself. You want to treat yourself with kindness and do the best thing for it, which is exercise.
I honestly feel like my body started changing to where I liked it more whenever I gave up trying. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to God. I'm going to do my part today, and I'm just going to whatever, like, screw it. I don't care about my body anymore. Like, not that I don't care about my body. I don't care about my body. But you stopped obsessing about it. I stopped obsessing. I stopped being like, I need to be skinnier. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to live my life. I'm going to be happy today, and that's going to be it. And eventually, my body started getting better, and I started living for God, and my body started getting better, and it's still getting better. And I'm not quite where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. And that's something like, I'm 19. That's also another thing.
Literally.
I'm 19. I have years and years and years and years of my body changing. Mm-hmm. My body's still changing for plenty of years. I got time. I need to calm down, slow down, take a breath, take a break, take that nap, eat that snack.
Just don't be so obsessed with it. Don't be so...
Just take a breath.
Focused on it. Take a breath and, like, if you're Christian, give it to God. If you're not Christian, give it to whatever. The universe. Give it away. Give it out. Just put it out of your system, you know?
Drop it.
And drop it into the ocean.
Don't pick it back up.
drop it in the ocean and don't pick it back up, you know?
Don't fish it back out.
All right. And my next question is, if your body could speak to you today, what do you think it would want you to know? I think my body would want me to know that it's fighting with every fiber of its being. It is doing everything it can. It's like, I think it would say, Nita, first of all, stop drinking so much coffee. Second of all, please sleep more. Third of all,
you already sleep so much.
I'm in so much pain. Ow! That's what my body would say.
I think my body would tell me, thank you for finally seeing me.
Okay, yours is sentimental, mine's funny. Okay.
I think it would be like, thank you for finally seeing me. Thank you for finally seeing who I am and everything. Like, seeing that I'm capable. Seeing that I am capable, that I am strong. Seeing that I am here. And that this is me. Like, that I'm here. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that my body really wants me to see that I'm here. It's there. Like, it's just, I can't magically transform into somebody else. I just gotta be with who I am. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way to live, you know?
And accept who you are. And learn to love who you are. And my last question for today is, what message would you give to someone who's currently struggling with body image and feels stuck in comparison?
I'd say, don't obsess over it. Seriously, I lost so much stress and everything whenever I stopped stressing about it. And like, working out for fun, and don't punish yourself. Anytime that you're working out, don't do it in a sense of, oh, I'm doing this to make up the food that I ate earlier. Or don't punish yourself. I'm going to skip this meal because I ate a little bit much last time. Like, don't punish yourself.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Punishment to yourself is just so unhealthy and so bad.
And I think that it's important to just remember to treat yourself with the same kindness you would treat a friend. If you wouldn't look at your friend and say, you ate 2 meals today, so now you don't get to eat for the rest of the day or tomorrow, then maybe you shouldn't be saying that to yourself, you know? Like, if you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, don't say it to yourself. Make sure that you're treating yourself with kindness. Would you tell your friend to starve themselves? No. Would you tell your friend that they deserve to be working themselves to death in the gym? No. You know? Just like, take care of yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Please. Please. That is the message we're trying to get out.
Yes.
Like, love, kindness, you know.
Love yourself, love
others, love.
Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, love, forgive.
We're lovers, okay? We
love each other.
We want to put out all the positive energy, okay? Me and Destiny specifically, we just like meet up and we just talk about love and God and all this stuff all the time, because like, this is just one of our regular conversations. We're just recording it this time. And we're very grateful that we get to put this online. Destiny is actually going to be reading her poem, and her poem is about body image. We both like to write poetry a lot, and she has gotten into it a lot more lately, and I am so proud of her because she already read this to me, and it was so beautiful. So I'm just going to stop talking and let you guys hear it.
Okay. 2:20. I finally like my body. Not love, not yet. But a real, honest like. The kind that doesn't flinch in the mirror. I used to weigh 260. I carry that number like a memory, not a sentence. Now I'm 220. Stronger, more toned, more here inside myself. I like the way clothes fall on me now. How getting dressed doesn't feel like armor. How I can choose outfits because they're cute, not because they hide something. I like the way I feel in people's arms, how my body doesn't tense before it's touched, how I can sit, pull one leg in, and stay there, comfortable, present, unafraid. For a long time, I thought my body was the problem, like love would show up once I got smaller, like God was waiting on a scale before he called this a temple. But somewhere between 260 and 220, something shifted. I started drinking water like I mattered. moving my body because it's capable, resting because I'm human, not because I earned it. I thank God for my temple, not because it's finished, but because it's finally treated like it's holy. I swear to take better care of it, not with shame, not with punishment, but with respect. This isn't a glow-up story. It's a stewardship story. It's me learning that health doesn't have to hurt to be real. I'm not fully in love with my body yet, but I like her. I trust her more, and for the first time, I believe she's worth taking care of. And that feels like weight I was never meant to carry.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for sharing that today.
Of course. It's hard to read out loud sometimes, but...
No, you did amazing.
Of course. Thank you.
And
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for having me and for letting me talk and share my story.
Girl, I think we're going to have you on the podcast again sometime.
Of course.
Because we have more things to talk about.
Of course, yes.
But that is it for today. If you'd like to follow this podcast, it's Half Grown Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And then it's Half Grown with Benita D on YouTube and Spotify. Do you not have any socials you'd like to share?
Not yet, but I am working on making a Christian podcast. So if anybody's interested, hopefully my next time I'm on the podcast, I'll be able to share that.
Yes, that is amazing.
So.
And that's all for today. You guys have a great day.